Oh, there you go. Start. Dude.
Hey! Hi, Failbook! I'm struggling with technology again. Because that is what I do. And we have an almost simultaneous start on Facebook and Twitch. Almost. I had it all set up. I had it all nice and ready to go simultaneously. Simultaneous loving, baby. Welcome. Yeah. I had a fun night last night, and we were going to get into that later. Those of you who are friends with me on Facebook, you will have already saw a status update that I mentioned last night. I literally posted that after they got out of the car.
Oh, man.
I was a little livid.
A little bit.
I mean, honestly. For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake! Let me throw a few more fucks to make sure when we post this on iTunes, it is listed as explicit content. Because this content is explicit. All right. No, I'm just going to start the show early before Sam can run here and fart.
That's like the good luck charm, right?
You know, I guess. I mean, we might have had like some of our best shows when like Sam freaking just farts in them during the dead air for us to edit the show. Damn it, Sam! I feel like this is either going to be our best episode or our worst episode. We are teetering on the edge of insanity here.
Well, I mean, that's always the case, right? That's always.
I feel like more so this time because I'm going to just like, the second half of the show is just going to be me recounting last night. Like today's show, it would have just been like LA Comic-Con, talking about some of the news from today, and then maybe some other potpourri. But all of a sudden, this like Uber last night just dun dun dun. So, all right, I'm going to go silent for a second. Damn it, Sam! Live from somewhere in Los Angeles. We are hidden deep, deep inside Los Angeles. This is Dre's Geek Philosophy, the May 22nd edition. I continue to be a professional man. And as always, and actually, I'm pleasantly surprised you made it because Judgmental Nerd, Pete Molini, you survived.
Yeah, barely.
We survived.
We survived.
The East Los Angeles Comic-Con this past Saturday.
Yes, we did.
I dare say is probably one of the most harrowing experiences of your life. I've handled much bigger cons, but I was there. I was there to help you.
Yeah, you were.
And we did it.
We did it. Yeah,
as a team. You, me, your whole crack staff. Joanna.
Joanna was there.
Joanna was there. Freddie. Rudy's girlfriend. We had a whole cast. We had a cast of dozens.
Yeah, and then we had a whole uniformed army.
our uniformed volunteer army, which it was funny because Jonathan was talking shit about them.
Oh, really?
No. He had started like, all they did was just stand around.
Oh no, yeah, like no, they. At one point, dude, I felt bad because I guess there's one guy. He was set up near the church to make sure they don't block the church.
That's what I told him. Yeah. Volunteer coordinator Dre Cervantes.
Apparently, he didn't leave that spot the whole time.
I told the guy who's in charge, hey, we should move them around because I don't want them to go insane. Because I talked about, I told the story about the one Juan convention that we did where I was stuck next to that door the entire time.
Yeah,
and I literally went mad.
Well, apparently, like nobody checked up on him or saw. I don't know. Oh no, he never left that spot.
Like even when they got the pizza.
Yeah. Then that's when we found out that he was insane the whole time, and he was just like, "Oh, I'm feeling a little dehydrated." I'm feeling like,
no shit, he was out there in the middle of the sun. At least I had the palm tree to cover my bald head, and I ran to my as I realized that my head was burning. I'm like, I better run to my car and grab my emergency sunscreen because I was going to have a bad time where I'm like, I'm going to show up Monday live on the podcast and then on the Facebook where they're going to watch me peel the skin off my head as if I'm some sort of like movie villain. Yeah. I'm like, I was going to be like the Red Skull. I would have just pulled my skin off and it would have been almost as red as the Red Skull if I had allowed my head to burn. Yeah. But yeah, dude, it was insane.
Yeah, it was insane. And, it could have been a total disaster.
Could have, but
I mean, it started off pretty bad, right?
I mean, real talk, my friend. I don't know if you can see the frustration in my face a little bit.
I saw it.
I'm like, We only have one list.
Oh man.
How can we only have one list for the vendors? We're like walking the vendors one at a time. We have 60 vendors. We're gonna walk them one at a time.
Yeah.
We're gonna open the store, and half the vendors are still be sitting outside with their items in their hands.
And then, well, before you even got there,
there was more fun before I got there.
Like the vendors got there way earlier than they were supposed to.
Of course.
Just because.
I mean, if normal schmucks could not understand the show was free,
yeah.
Why would the vendors be any smarter?
That's true. I guess that's true. They got there way earlier than they were supposed to, and then they opened the
venue opened late, right?
The venue was it was supposed to open at 8.
Open at 8.
And the vendor was supposed to get there like 9 o'clock, right? So I'm like 8:05. I'm like, hey, I'm almost there, and
because you live 2 blocks away.
Yeah, and I get a call. They opened the venue and the vendors are going in, and I'm like, who
They don't
opened
even-
the venue? Like what?
Oh, what? That's kind of the opposite problem. Like they're just setting up wherever. Hey, I like this table.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I'm like, I mean, I understand there probably was some like things beyond your control, where you need to have that vendor list or that vendor map already set prior to the show. Because I saw some people complaining on social media like, I don't even know where to list I wanted to promote this, but I didn't know where my table was. Yeah.
Well, that was because it was changing a lot because we had people.
There was a lot of fluid. Yeah, and I understand that there's a lot of fluidity. I mean, hopefully next year hopefully next time. I'm already presuming that we're gonna have a next one.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna happen. I mean, we've gotten I don't know if you've seen the articles and the response.
I saw the LA Weekly one, which we already discussed on the drive over here to the Secret Podcast Studio. We discussed that.
My favorite article though. It's like it's just the worst article ever.
The worst article ever.
They got the date wrong. It's next week apparently.
So a bunch of people are gonna show up May 29th.
Yeah. It's next week.
Or May whatever the Saturday is.
They posted this random picture of this like Catwoman cosplayer as like the main focus of the thing, and the third thing is. So we have that local cosplay group, the Geeks of East LA.
Geeks of East LA.
They called them the Greeks of East LA, which is my new favorite.
What publication was this that totally butchered everything? It's some like indie little thing. Oh, okay, so it's inconsequential. People are not going to be showing up this Saturday expecting the East LA Comic Con.
I hope not.
Oh wait, we're just talking about a bunch of them are rubes who didn't know that the show was free. So yeah, there's going to be a bunch of rubes showing up to El Gallo Plaza, and then I'm sure those people are going to be running out there with their sodas and their chips, charging them $1 each when they paid like freaking Costco fucking $3 for the dollar waters.
And so but we get some pretty good responses. I mean, like. People are real excited about it. People,
dude, it was insane, dude. That was such an intense experience. It was pretty intense.
Yeah,
like that line wrapped around the fucking block.
Yeah, it did, and people were standing out there, like you talked about earlier. Early on, they were standing there for like an hour.
At least, yeah. I was corralling them.
And
I was the bouncer.
And I feel like they were still happy. They were still like excited, And I mean, the two main complaints we got was the heat.
The heat. I mean,
it was hot. I mean, even the back room, we were pumping that AC on high, but there were just too many bodies in there.
Yeah,
it didn't matter.
The core temperature of the room was just so high.
Yeah, and then what was the other? Yeah, it was
temperature, and then or people didn't really even complain about the weight, or what was the other?
Much complaining about the weight. I mean, like I feel like
we had more complaints from the vendors than we did from the people attending.
Yeah,
that one crazy lady that you told me about.
So that's the one thing. I feel like we got lucky. We only had 2 freakouts, and I feel like that's not enough. Like,
for 2 out of how many vendors? How many vendors did we have?
Like 60 something.
So 2 out of 60. So that was a pretty low percentage of freakouts.
Yeah.
Like the guy who came up to me at the very beginning and was like, "Who's in charge here? Are you the organizer?" I'm like, "I'm not, but I can get you him." I'm like, "What?" I was like, "Maybe I can help you with your problem. What's your problem?" Like, "This is not what I paid for." Yeah. I'm like, "No, this is what you paid for. All the tables are the same size." And he just looked at the room and was like, "Oh, the room's not big enough."
Yeah.
Like I think in his mind he imagined that no one was going to show up.
Yeah.
Joke's on him.
Yeah.
He missed out.
His complaints kind of went by the
wayside.
Oh, yeah, I know.
The show.
Oh yeah,
because this was at like 9 a.m. This was at 9, like 2 hours before the show. 2 hours before the show even opened. He was one of the first vendors that Rudy walked in.
Yeah.
And this dude he loses his mind. What, didn't he like hand you like $10? Like thank you for your time.
That was the weirdest thing. Like so he said,
didn't even ask for a refund for his table.
He looked around. He goes, "So this is it?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Can I get more tables?" And I'm like, "No, everything's everything's set. And he reaches into his pocket and he hands me $10. And he goes, so can I get more tables? I'm like, no, right? And so then he
Like $10 to give him another table.
And so then he tells me, he's like, well, I'll be honest with you, this is not what I expected. So you can keep those $10, and I know you're not getting my money back, and I'm just gonna go home. And he just walked out.
Oh wow! It was like straight up like you weren't gonna get the money back. You got 2 viewers, so I'm gonna shoot out another one. There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
So how is the it sounds like there, from your guys' perspective, you guys had to deal with like disaster control for the most part, but it sounds like the show was really successful, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, how was the actual like on-floor experience? I know you guys were wrapped up in a lot of.
I was outside
You were
for 6
outside
hours.
what was the vibe outside with the fans?
They were all excited. People were really jazzed.
Yeah.
I mentioned this on a Facebook video I'd already posted on the page earlier, but the best reaction I got was like a lot of the kids, because a lot of kids, this was their first convention experience. Like all these little kids there's kids dressed up like Batman and Iron Man and SpiderMan. They're all dressed up and they're like little baby cosplayers. It was adorable. They're like tiny little cosplayers, and they're all super jazzed. And the family, like most of the family, like some of the dads are like, oh, okay, I just brought him here. But like the thing I was kind of explaining to people, like this is a free con. If you try to go to San Diego, it's like, oh, you got to get into a lottery to get tickets.
Yeah.
You have to like pay for all these. You have to pay for a hotel. For a lot of these people, this was like the easiest way for them to have that. I mean, it's a small scale con experience, but you're getting all the things that are important from a convention.
Yeah.
Crowds, lines, people trying to sell you things. Yeah. People trying to autograph things, people trying to draw things, and random craziness. So they got a lot of what the convention experience is on a smaller scale. But like I said, a lot of them, they were freaking excited. People were just like jazzed, like. And then I was being my crazy, infectious, crazy person. So I was like, yeah, what's up? Welcome to, when you walked out, like, you turned this into a Disneyland thing. I was running the line like it was, like, all right, how many in your party? 3? Okay. Because we were at capacity, doors open at 11. We were at capacity 11:15.
Yeah. Like, easily.
I don't know what the capacity of that venue was. I'm pretty sure we were over it the entire time. But, I was like, okay, we need to freaking control this. All right, so I was like, okay. I controlled all the lines at the Anaheim Comic Con back in 2010, so I can control this line. I got this. This is going to be easy for me. I can only imagine, you guys be like, what the fuck? What do we do? And I was like, the People's Champ has done this before. I'm no stranger.
You give up this award all the time, but I think you were the real MVP of the show, man, because my parents were out front selling T-shirts,
right?
Which is a weird experience.
That was hilarious. Yeah. I'm going to be honest. That was funny.
And my mom was saying, she goes, Dre was keeping them happy. Like, this could have been a mob. This could have been a riot. And Dre was keeping them happy. He was, entertaining them.
You put me in front of a literal captive audience, and I'm going to have fun. Yeah. You put me in front of a bunch of nerds who are, going to kind of catch my humor, and, they'll either enjoy my silliness or, all right, you're weird and funny. We like you, I guess. One lady, I was because I had all these weird tickets. Anytime we had 2, I'm like, Utah, give me 2. I kept doing Point Break all the time. Yeah. It was and Quattro got faux. I kept doing. See, this is only a reference that you would have. Whenever I had faux, I'm like faux, like Moses Malone. Moses Malone, faux. And then whenever there was 5, I got 5 on it and just send them in. And
so what did you do for 3?
For 3? Nothing. I did nothing I couldn't think of anything fun for 3. I couldn't think of anything fun. Like right now, off the top of my head, I could have gone Tres Amigos, and just did the But
we got 3 amigos.
But honestly, I didn't want to do any crotch thrusting because this is a family show. Well, UCLA, this show is not a family show, but the UCLA Comic Con was a family show.
Well, you're not crotch grabbing.
No, you do the crotch thrust, man. No, I can't do that. Well, but it's like I kept doing the I got 5 on it. And then this lady, she was like, "Oh, sing the rest." I'm like, "I don't know the rest, but I can give you some more." And I started just going 90s R&B. Where I dropped some Blackstreet on their heads. They didn't even know what hit them. And your mom, I was spent the whole time just trying to keep people happy because I knew that's what was important at that moment in time. I need to keep these people occupied because they're gonna be waiting a while.
Yeah. And yeah, and it really wasn't that bad towards the end, right? Not
Like
towards the,
right when we got to like, I was legit concerned that we were gonna have a line all the way till 7 o'clock, and I was like, we're gonna have to pull like the Comic-Con thing, like, okay, we need to grab someone like that one volunteer kid that we had that was the random volunteer kid. Like, we're gonna have to make a sign like end of con.
Yeah.
And like, I need you to stand here. Anyone else tries to line up, sorry. You can't get in.
Yeah.
We had too many people. we had the best problem ever.
Yeah.
Too many people.
Because I left around 2 to go buy food for the volunteers.
Yep.
And the line was still around the block.
It wasn't until 4 o'clock, and I'm gonna be real. Around 3 o'clock, I just started sending people in a little, like, because we have to get rid of this line. Like, I mean, it's cool. Like, the line kind of was drawing people in, but like, I was like, once it got to like 3:30, I'm like, we can't have this line at 5.
Yeah.
Once if we get to 5 or 6 o'clock, we can have this line. So I really was kind of pushing it. I'm like, come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Like, if I saw 7 walk out, I'm sending in 14. But we started getting a good flow of people walking out, so I'm like, all right, I felt good about it. So like literally around like 3:45, I was like, all right, you're in. All right, one, okay, boop, 3, boom, boom, just. I'm gonna pack them in like sardines. Fuck it.
Yeah. It sounds like the actual show. I know always behind the scenes stuff is always going to be like drama.
Once we started, it actually was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
What was the vibe? Did you get any chance to go inside and see how
I was inside the whole time.
He wasn't. I was the one that was outside.
Yeah.
This poor man was a chicken with his head cut off.
What was it like?
Everyone was pulling him in 15 directions.
Like, honestly, Joanna really stepped up because I had to leave her at that booth so much.
Oh, so yeah, this guy at his own convention,
Yeah.
he had his own booth selling comics. But actually, you were probably one of the only like booth selling comics.
And
So I guess it was a good
And
thing.
people think I did that on purpose. I totally didn't do that on purpose. I swear.
People thought that you were freaking you were stacking the deck.
Yeah.
The only comic book vendor at the comic convention was Pete himself.
Yeah.
That was the only comic shop that showed up. But hey, you were the only comic vendor.
Hey, maybe next year people are going to catch the vibe and start getting in on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
you're right.
I think you're gonna have more than.
I totally cornered the market this time. But yeah, no, I dude, because I don't know if she expected she was gonna basically run that booth the whole time. Because
I gave her a volunteer.
yeah, she had to volunteer, but I planned on staying there as much as I could.
And no, did I not tell you you were a fool?
Yeah.
You're in charge of this convention. You are not in charge of a booth. You were in, like, this is not going to be this is no ordinary convention. This is a legendary Super Saiyan convention.
Because I mean, literally,
You're welcome, Sam.
I would get pulled away.
Yes.
I would go deal with what I was supposed to deal with. I'd go back, and there was someone waiting for me there. At
Yeah,
the booth.
because you were the one who was like, the buck figuratively and literally stopped with you. This was your show. There's no way you're gonna be able to go to your booth and like run things as normal. Like, oh, let me go run my booth, go sell some comics. No, you had to freaking manage 60 vendors.
Yeah.
You had to manage like thousands of people crammed into this little El Gallo Plaza.
Yeah, and then I think once they were like, oh, the volunteers need food. I'm like, I'll go get it. I want to go away for a little while.
I want to run.
Yeah.
I saw you. And you got away early on too. Like, I need to go pick up some tables. And I'm like, who's in charge then? I'm like, I'm not part of the committee. I can't just take charge. Like, one, I kind of didn't want to take charge because I didn't have any authority. I'm like, who's in charge? Jonathan? Rudy? Cruz?
I know, really.
It was like Alien. Why don't we put her in charge? We'll put him in charge. Let's put the lamp in charge.
Yeah, it was.
But all in all, dude, that was a successful
Yeah.
comic book convention in the middle of East LA.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. People are loving it. All the vendors made money.
They all want to come back.
They all want to come back.
All the people, because me being the customer service person I am, as people, like, I was thanking, as people were leaving, I was thanking them all, and they're like, they want it again. Like, that was the vibe I got from I want to say at least 60 to 70% of people were like vocal about, we want this again next year.
Yeah.
They want another one. They want more.
Yeah.
So I think now it behooves us now that I'm going to have to become. Now I'm going to become part of the committee now.
Yeah.
Like, it would behoove us to do it again.
Yeah.
And literally start tomorrow.
That's what he's telling me. I'm like, all right. Like,
No, it's no joke, man.
Week off.
I know you want to take the week off, but you don't have. I mean, I don't think anyone's expecting you to run out and go get a freaking sponsor like now, or like go talk to El Rey and say, all right, what kind of talent can you provide us next year? And start to no, we're not expecting you to talk to vendors. Like, see,
just get the ball rolling.
Get the team together and start brainstorming. Okay, no, here's what you're gonna do on your first meeting. I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna. Okay. Let me give you your agenda. Gotcha. What went right on Saturday? Yeah. What went wrong? Mm-hmm. What we need to address? Like, I was telling your parents, everyone kept asking for that freaking little flyer.
No.
Make prints, and we sell those son of bitches, and you make some money for the show, son.
Yeah. It was funny because we actually
people were jacking the posters.
They were. My mom grabbed one. She's like, I had to take this before someone else took it.
Yeah, she took it. I think they want to laminate it or frame it. But your parents, aside from their bluster and busting your balls, I think they were really proud of you, bro.
Oh, they were really happy, man. They were like, it was crazy. Like,
your parents were proud. They were busting my balls quite a bit.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do.
They have one job.
You know the funny story about that is so random. So one of the artists that they signed up for the show, he was a vendor there. My dad's like, I went to high school with this guy, and I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. And so he starts talking to this guy. And the guy tells him that he's like, yeah, I signed up for the show because I saw the name and I thought,
Malini.
And he was going on, and it's funny. So this guy is talking to my parents, and he tells my mom, yeah, my dad was his best friend in high school. And later on, my dad was like, I hardly knew that
guy. Throw him under the bus. Yeah. Throw that man under the bus.
But yeah, man, it was a fun experience.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, like it was so great. Like this one lady told me, "Oh, that guy over there says something very bad about you," and I'm like, "Who?" I'm like, "Who says something about me?" And it was your dad.
Yeah.
And so I played it up. It's like, "Oh my, what did that guy say about me?" He said, "Oh, you need to go talk to the follically challenged man over there." And I'm like, "He said what?" And so I'm marching over there like I'm about to go start shit with your dad. I'm like, "Did you say I was follically challenged?" He's like, what about it? I'm like, you are factually correct, sir. I am follically challenged. And I freaking gave him a high five and I walked away. And the lady, and she was like, what the hell? I'm like, yeah, that's my boy. Get out of here. So he said some unkind words about you. I'm like, I've known that guy for a long time. He can talk all the shit he wants. That's my boy's dad. He's gonna say whatever the hell he wants. He's an old man.
And it was funny too because they were selling the convention shirts out front.
Yeah, they're really nice looking shirts.
And so one guy walked in wearing the convention shirt. And I was like, "Oh, cool shirt." He's like, "Yeah, the guy that sold it to me, Mad Dogged me." I'm like, "That's my dad. He probably did."
Your pops bullied him into freaking buying the shirt. Dude, I think they really were strong arming people, man.
Well, I thought they were telling me stories about how like some people were like they wanted to try it on, and he was like, "Where?" Right? And he said some dude took off his shirt. And then put the shirt on. And my dad's like, "You're buying that? We're not taking that back." No it's like 90 degrees out here.
90 degrees. You just imprinted your DNA on it, bro. That is now your shirt. Yeah, but it was. I remember at the area, the doppelganger came up to your parents, thinking, "Oh, it was a free shirt," and your mom was like, "Quick!" Like quick on the trigger, like, "Nah, $15, 10," and your mom's like, "Nope, 15." It's like, I don't care if you're a vendor.
Yeah.
It's a $15 shirt.
She charged Patrick $15 for the shirt.
Oh, member of the committee had to pay full price for the convention shirt.
That's hysterical.
Yeah,
that's cold. Your mom is cold. Your parents have no chill, man. No. They're from the no chill generation. I think I have no chill. Nah, your parents have absolutely zero chill.
That's pretty awesome.
But they sold those shirts like crazy because they were
hustling, man.
I was thinking.
Did they take a chunk? I bet they took a chunk.
No.
They didn't take their cut.
No.
From busting ass and freaking taking names. They just put that back into the convention kitty or what?
Yeah, pretty much. Right?
I mean, respect.
But yeah, I was expecting to come home with like half of them or
Nah, dude, you came home with all the sizes that people couldn't fit.
I got like 3 or 4 left, man.
It's like, I'll pick one up. We'll put it in JoJo. Put it on JoJo.
Right? There we go.
Yeah, because like only smalls, right?
He'll be in it immediately.
Good.
There you go.
He'll mark his territory.
That's how
Your son will mark his territory.
That's right.
So,
but yeah, it was a good
successful. It was a lot of fun. I can't wait for next year. I can't wait to be dead exhausted after. Good God, man! So many chairs. I was beat. No, literally from 4 o'clock till 7. I found a couch and I just sat on the couch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need to save my strength. Everyone's like, why? Everyone, like, you need to save your strength. They're like, why? I'm like, we need to clean this shit up afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think you understand.
This was the
we got
easy part.
like we got the fun out of the way. Now the shit part's gonna come, and we had to clean all our staff, our small staff. We had to clean everything up.
Yeah.
I was telling everyone, like, rest as much as you can. Don't go walking around. Like, I did end up going to walking around a little bit. I want to go say hi to the Taya, the Valkyrie, from the Lucha Underground. Like, the Lucha Underground people were happy.
Oh, yeah.
They were cool.
They love it.
They wanted that table bad.
Yeah.
They wanted that table bad. They needed that table bad. I thought they had 2 tables.
Yeah, but it was just like this whole thing. Like, they kept going back and forth. And
Where they didn't want to pay for a second table?
Yeah. And then
They want to pay for the second table. I see now.
And the funny thing was that I guess the guy that manages the company that runs Lucha Underground, his mother-in-law lives behind the venue.
Oh, really?
So he was telling me that he was parking there, and all the talent was parking in her driveway.
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
And I bet you she was charging $10.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised then.
Now,
So all the talent. That worked out for them because the parking was. Well, it's
smaller
fun.
venue, bigger venue next year. What's it going to look like? Same place?
We have to effort that. Like I say, that's part of the agenda. Whenever the first meeting is.
And considering the size of it right now, it's not like San Diego, obviously.
No. Like our estimated attendance is somewhere in the 3,000 range.
Yeah. One of the things I think may help also in the meantime, maybe plan another one in between.
Yeah, we have some ideas.
Do you want to kill this man?
I like.
We had to send him to the hospital for stress already.
I like the idea of creating a wave and then building it.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about that. We might be doing like some smaller.
A winter con?
Yeah, no.
See, yeah. Like, get out of the cold con.
Yeah.
Like, instead of worrying about air conditioning, we'll be worrying about heaters. We'll have plenty of body heat.
That's true. That might be a good idea, but it would rain,
Oh man, if it rains,
yeah, that would be the issue.
That'd be bad.
But no, I believe a bigger venue is in order. A bigger, better venue. I mean, it's obviously going to be a cost. Like that.
Yeah.
But people, that's the thing. A lot of people were asking. Well, I wasn't just managing the line. I felt like I was the information booth out there as well, because people kept asking me questions, and I was trying to deflect and say all the things that hopefully we'll be somewhere bigger next year. The place that we've been speculating, like, hopefully we're over there.
Yeah.
And
well, that's the thing too. Like, it's weird because from the response, a lot of people liked that venue. A lot of people enjoyed that venue, and I'm just like, yeah, all right. But
behind the scenes, it's not behind the curtain, not a great venue to work with.
Well, the funny thing was that there was this guy. I don't know what his title was or who he was. Every time I had a meeting about that venue, he was always at every meeting, and he always looked so annoyed with me. Like,
which guy was it? The guy with the white hair?
No, it was like one of the younger guys.
Oh, really? Okay.
And he always looked so annoyed with me, and we would tell him,
these nerds are renting our venue for no reason.
Yeah, he would be like, you could
we
tell.
could have had a quinceañera today.
Yeah, you could tell he had no idea what we were doing. Like, you just kind of was like, whatever. About 3 o'clock, we're sitting in the break room, and me and Rudy are just sitting there. And he comes up to me, he's like, "Oh, my friend," and he goes, "So same time next year? 2 days. You gotta do it for 2 days next year." And
like Groot and Guardians of the Galaxy 1, away for the action, but here for the money.
Exactly.
And so I was like, "Oh, okay, well maybe." And I was like, I'm talking to him and he's just like pushing it. I'm just like, I don't want to say yes or no right now because
we're still in the middle of the show. Next year, that's 365 days away.
Yeah.
That's a future problem for future Pete.
I think about telling people when they ask me about like, well, next year, I'm like, that's Monday's problem. Like,
What do you think this is? San Diego Comic Con? Yeah. We already got everything locked down. No, we got this was a staff. It was literally a staff of 6.
Yeah,
it's a staff of 6 people. With some you had me as your freaking hidden advisor.
Yeah.
And a few other, I'm sure your pops was another hidden advisor, your mom was another hidden advisor. You had advisors, and then you had the actual staff.
Yeah. And we had the volunteer group. Mm-hmm. I tell you, when we walked in, because they showed up in like full uniforms.
Oh yeah, it was so great. It was kind of almost like a Scouts uniform.
Yeah.
I think the only thing they're missing was like a scarf.
Yeah. They were like the conservation group or something conservation.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Our good friend Marty Soul will have to explain to
set
us
that
what the whole deal with that group was. But it was cool. They were in uniform. So so earlier, so Jonathan was like, he was kind of like, they didn't really know. There's and I explained. I'm like, no, they were helping control the lines, and their literal mere presence of just being there, of like they looked like security.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Dead?
yeah, they definitely look like we had like a lot of security.
Yeah, they were like this fake security. And then Jonathan thought, I was like, oh, right. I'm like, yeah. Everybody thought they were official security. Yeah. They're a bunch of kids in uniforms.
I just remember, because literally, like, I had to go run an errand right before the show, and then when I pulled up, they were already there, and I see these group in uniform, and I'm thinking, like, are we getting shut down already? Like, what is going on,
Sorry, for those of you watching on Facebook and Twitch, I'm turning my head left a lot because I'm like, are we gonna get thrown out of the secret podcast studio right now? I'm a little paranoid right now. I was getting stared at by some people here at the secret podcast studio. So I'm always paranoid when we're here, and I'm like, hey, letting you guys in on this. I'm scared right now. I'm a little scared. We're not recording a podcast in here. No, we're not. But yeah, amazing show. There's like the volunteer. Yeah, like I said, the volunteers provide that air of security. Like people thought, they're security. All right, cool. And I felt like they kept our East Los crowd from being a little
crazy.
Crazy.
Well, and I don't know if you noticed this. So we had a security guard. We had two security guards in front.
Who did dick?
No, well, one guy though. One of the security guards, dude. This guy was like a freaking super cop though, because I was standing. The teacher venue was, and then you had let in some people, and this guy walks in with his girlfriend. I guess he has his arm around her, and he walks in, and the security guard walks up to him and like stops him. He's like, "Excuse me, sir," and he turns around, and he goes, "You can't go in there with that knife." And he was like, "What?" And I'm looking at this guy. And there's something clearly in his pocket, but it's
why are they coming to convention with a knife?
Yeah. So he tells them like, you can't go in there with that knife, and you can see that there's something in his pocket, but I don't know how. And then he was just like, all right, and he pulls it out, and it was a knife in his pocket. I don't know how this guy.
It's like Crocodile Dundee. That's not a knife. This is a knife.
And I don't know, like you can see like a lump in this guy's pocket, but like. I don't know how he knew it was a knife.
He's a professional security guy.
Yeah, and I was like, holy shit. Like,
I'm sure my boy D-Lo, he's been doing security. He probably would have been like, I'm sorry, you're going to need to give me that knife there, son. Although there's one time at Disneyland, somebody, they thought this was a knife.
No.
They saw this metal thing come on the side of my pocket. Because I always carry a pen with me because I was a Nintendo rep. Drink. I always carried a pen with me at all times.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
he sniffed out the knife. Holy shit, that's nuts. The whole show. I mean, like I'm sure we're gonna be continually talking about this from here on out. We'll probably have more stories to tell, but we have other topics that we want to hit. So there was some breaking news today. Literally, like as I was finalizing the format, the breaking news of the Justice League movie.
Yeah,
there was a tragedy in Zack Snyder's family that they've kept under wraps. Apparently, it happened in March.
A couple months, right?
His daughter committed suicide, and he has to walk away from the movie right now. And I made no bones where I am no fan of Zack Snyder, but this is awful.
Definitely.
No one should go through that. I mean, like a grown daughter, just commit suicide. Oh, I mean, I'm going through my own mental things right now, and that was just like, whoa, that really sucks. But I'm sure there's shitty nerds out there who are probably going to be happy about this.
Oh, yeah.
Because whom they brought in to kind of pinch hit and finish the movie, because the movie's already been shot right now because they're in the editing phase, and apparently they need to go film a couple of extra scenes because they had brought in Joss Whedon to punch up the script, do some stuff to work on it, and now they have tasked Joss Whedon to finish. I guess being the director in the editing bay, be the director in these extra scenes they have to shoot. So how do you feel about this? About this Joss thing? And like all of a sudden, Joss Whedon, director of 2 Avengers movies, the creative hand or guide of Marvel now, working on DC.
It's kind of wild, right? Like it's just unexpected and
Just out of the blue.
And the thing is, that, like you mentioned earlier, like the movie comes out in November, so like, how much is he actually gonna do?
I feel he's not going to be able to do anything like really Joss Whedon-ish to the movie.
But and at the same time, it's a weird. I mean, I love Joss Whedon, but it's a weird choice because if you look at like him and Zack Snyder have opposite styles. Storytelling.
Yes.
And
I'm going to refrain from bashing Zack Snyder out of respect for him, out of respect of his situation right now.
But you know what I'm saying? Like
they're very different directors in the way they handle many subjects. There are many subjects that they are on diametric ends of.
So I mean, I understand why you bring in Joss Whedon because he's Joss Whedon. Because say what you will about Age of Ultron, but Avengers is still like the best superhero movie there is. You know, like
I made a Facebook comment like last week. I'm like I don't call that movie Age of Ultron. I call that movie Avengers: Legend of Hawkeye. Because that's our Hawkeye. That movie is our Hawkeye movie. Yep. We're not going to get a standalone Hawkeye movie. Age of Ultron is our Hawkeye movie because they made like as much as they kind of like stuck him in the back seat of the first Avengers movie, he was the heart and soul of the second Avengers movie. He was like he was the from the second he stuck the arrow freaking right in freaking Scarlet Witch's head. Like, nah, I don't like this mind control stuff because he was mind controlled through most of the first movie. It's like, oh, dude, I was like, oh, this is the Hawkeye movie. Yeah. This is the Hawkeye movie that we're gonna. This is the Hawkeye movie we weren't supposed to get, but we got it. Yeah. Like Joss snuck it in there.
So I'm just wondering how much is he gonna have? How much input is he actually gonna have?
Well, he's gonna be directing these little extra scenes, but but I feel like he's not gonna really have that much quote unquote influence. I mean, like there's no. I mean, aside from maybe sneaking in a couple like witty one-liners, like which will have nerds wondering, was that because of Josh? Yeah. Was that because of Josh? Did Josh do that? Did Josh do that? Like,
but then again, you never know.
But there was already a statement. There was already a statement by the studio as a part of all these articles. The article I posted that the Hollywood Reporter, because all these other like smaller sites are like grabbing onto that. They're glomming onto that article and putting their that Hollywood Reporter one. There's one really good reporter like Boris Kitt. He had it all. He had everything right there, and then there was a statement from Warner Brothers where the tone and the vision of the movie will not change. It will still be Zack's vision, for better or worse. Yeah. It'll still be his vision, but Joss is just going in there to to basically just finish the movie for Zack because they were gonna because Zack was trying to finish the movie it's kind of a bit of a catharsis to kind of work through the tragedy, but as soon as they decided they were gonna have to fly to Europe to do more scenes, he couldn't. Yeah, he couldn't. Oh. And that's where they asked Joss to. He's just gonna go in, a few little extra things. Yeah, I think overall it's still gonna be very much a Zack Snyder film. Yeah. Take that for what you will.
So do you think it was just a marketing thing then to bring Joss Whedon? Because I mean, did you need to bring Joss Whedon in?
No, good. No, like I said, even before this, they had already brought him in to punch up the script to do some rewrites.
Oh, okay.
Because he was already on board. Cause I remembered hearing about this prior to this, where Joss was, DC had kind of like, hey, can you come in and help us kind of like make our movies not suck? Yeah. Like, not outright direct a movie, but come in and kind of like, no, because a lot.
Steep task. Although I'm getting really
judging for
on Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Hey, well, that's a different director.
Yeah, exactly.
So now it's like, oh man, like I really have to hold back my Zack Snyder hate right now. It's, I mean, like that's a shitty situation. It fucking sucks. It's fucking awful. To fucking just to kick him right now that's just cruel and unusual.
No, and absolutely, but it's also
because I kept saying
of this happening, I think is going to be pretty minimal.
Of Joss? No, it's going to be a totally. It's not going to affect them. I'm sure because I'm sure there are nerds out there thinking, oh, the Justice League movie is saved. Joss Whedon is here to save the day. I'm like, nah, that's not what's happening here.
Yeah, no, the effect of what happened to Zack Snyder is immeasurable. I'm just talking about from a nerd's perspective.
Joss is not going to Joss isn't going to say quote unquote save the movie or fix the movie. Yeah, he's just showing up. No, well, no, well, there's some psychotic nerds out there.
Well, Yeah, they're always.
And
that's
then
the
that-
point.
I bet there's a lot of shitty nerds out there who are celebrating the fact that like that he had to leave that Zack Snyder had to leave the movie. And no, this is not a celebration. This is awful.
Yeah, it's terrible.
This falls into the whole mental health thing, and like mental health is important.
Yeah.
People disregard mental health.
And there's a lot of clickbait websites that are making it seem.
Oh yeah, I bet. Oh no, that's what I'm saying. There's shitty nerds out there who, like they're gonna clickbait the fuck out of this. Yeah. They try to get people to figure, look at what's happening.
Yeah, because I first saw the article, like I was, is this real? Like,
no, your reaction was just an April Fool's joke.
Yeah.
Because the clickbait article said, "Oh, Zack Snyder leaves Justice League, Joss Whedon directing." Like there was no mention of anything. Yeah. Of any of the sad stuff from it.
Well, yeah, people want to focus genuinely on the tabloid aspect and what's going to, big change here. Everybody look at this article. And it's like, people are more likely going to click on something that talks about how Zack Snyder stepped down and Joss Whedon took over, rather than Zack Snyder's daughter just committed suicide. And we need to and people are respecting it enough, and Joss Whedon is respecting it enough to take over and do what he can to help finish the project.
Help finish Zack's movie.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah. Really, it's a matter of what's going to get the clicks.
And so a lot of these websites. Speaking of getting clicks, and speaking of, I'm going to transition us to another movie topic. This last week, it was announced that we're going to get a Venom movie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Venom, Spidey's like most famous villain / ally / villain / I don't know / gray character. Probably, you know what? The first truly popular gray character, I'd like to say, where like he was evil, but he's good, but he's evil, but he's good.
But that was always. It was weird. Like, it was at that point in the '90s where like, let's give him his own book because he's a good guy, but he kills people still. And like,
it was like a lot of miniseries. They kept doing 6-issue miniseries all the time, where it felt like it felt like a monthly book, but they just kept wanting to sell Venom #1 over and over. But Sony is making this Venom movie. Mm-hmm. I discussed this with my friend Irv Denupatapa during the week over Facebook Messenger. He's the one who immediately clued me into this right away, and I'm like, oh cool, this is some good podcast fodder right here. And I feel Sony is trying to cash in.
Oh yeah.
On Marvel fixing Spider-Man. Like in the last 2 years, Marvel has rehabbed Spider-Man, where it's like, oh, Spider-Man's cool again. Like because we had Civil War last year, we had Homecoming coming out in a month and a half, and this is Sony like, yes, let's take advantage. We have this awesome Spider-Man, and here's why I say they're taking advantage. Where this movie is not going to be a part of the Marvel shared cinematic universe. Yeah. It's going to be off on its own. It has nothing to do with. I mean, I feel like.
You know what?
It's going to have tangentially nothing to do with the Marvel or the Marvel universe. Yeah. Spidey-Man is going to have to do with whatever they're going to try to do. They're going to try to take advantage of what Marvel Studios has done.
I think the best example of what they might end up doing is like Deadpool. How Deadpool exists in that X-Men universe, but not really. Like they do the
kind of tangential. It's like it's on a tangent line next to it.
Yeah, it doesn't affect it, but they can reference it. I think that's because I don't know. And part of me feels like they're gonna attempt it and have nothing to do with Spider-Man.
Because they saw what Fox did with Deadpool.
Yeah. But I mean, how are they going to make it fit without having an origin story? I mean,
and that's where I'm saying this is like they're just trying to take advantage of like, all right, people are liking Spider-Man again, so let's see if we can trick people. And like that's me in my head. I'm just picturing a mustache twirling freaking executive. Look at what we'll do. We'll get Tom Hardy. Everyone likes Tom Hardy. He'll be Venom. Yes. Money.
People love that funny voice he does.
Oh God! Like that's a. I'm Venom. Cower in fear at Venom.
Oh God!
I will have another effective voice.
Please tell me he's gonna do the voice.
I don't think so. I would pass out from loss of oxygen from laughing so hard.
That is,
You're like. Hello, Spider-Man! I'm here!
The wrong person I cannot mention due to contractual reasons.
My suit is black like the darkness from which I've spawned.
I should now
I was born in the
actual like that, like person that I oppose. Who's my arch nemesis? This is going to be a really short story.
Very short story. Honestly, I mean, I'm sure we'll pay our $6 to go watch it because we're fools. We're the people that they count on.
But see, did you see who's directing it? I forgot the guy's name, but he's the guy who did Zombieland.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, is it gonna be funny? Like,
I actually like that. I like how Zombieland was shot. I love the feel of it.
Twinkies, man, Twinkies.
It would be nice. They would have to make it something of a Deadpool-ish kind of nature, really.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, but Venom's really funny though. Like,
Venom's the serious one. Carnage is the crazy pants one. Mike, aka G-Son, mentioned that, and then Bushy, aka Kalen, aka Bushy, was like, "Oh, you were waiting all day to do the Bane impression." Like, no, I honestly didn't think of doing it until Sam mentioned it.
I mean, they could do. I mean, that's so complicated though. I mean, they could do it by making Carnage the bad guy. Mm-hmm. And then you can have the funny psychopath. But
then they get the origin. It's an alien suit. I mean, see, the sneak preview here when we eventually do get to the episode where I'm gonna just freaking pull down my pants and take a hearty dump on the Spider-Man movies in a few weeks. It's like the third one, like
Who was it? Was it like a meteor or something, right? He fell to the park.
I honestly don't remember. I'm almost afraid to rewatch because I'm going to rewatch all three. I almost don't want to rewatch the third one, but I feel like I need to rewatch the third one so I can have some bile, some angry taste in my mouth, so that way when I come, I feel like I should watch it right before we do the show. Like I should fire it up around 5 or 6 o'clock. I'll fire it up at 5 o'clock. That way you show up to my house around 7, and then we drive over. I'm just gonna be seething the whole time. I'll be like, I can't believe I fucking watched that fucking movie again. What the fuck is wrong with me? What the fuck was I thinking? And then you are gonna have a rock hard erection, knowing I'm gonna be coming in here with steam coming out of my ears. I'm like, you know what, Sam Raimi? What the fuck?
It's so weird. We went from Topher Grace to Tom Hardy.
Topher Grace to Tom Hardy.
I have a
preemptive boner right now.
I think people forget it's Topher Grace.
Topher Grace was Venom.
I mean, come on.
My heart rate, my blood pressure's already rising. Speaking of boners.
Good segue.
Speaking of boners.
Love that segue.
Last night, for those who do not know, I am an Uber driver, as well as assorted other odd jobs that I do to try to keep the lights on at my home. So last night I was like, it was 8 o'clock. I didn't want to drive home because the U2 concert was happening right by my house. I'm like, I can go sit in traffic for an hour and a half, or you know what, I'm gonna go drive Uber. Fire up the Uber app. And let's see what I can get on a Sunday night. Holy fuck. This is not only just this week in Uber. This is the end of Uber. I almost want to quit. I really want to quit Uber after last night. So I'm going to go in chronological order because, like I said, many of my Facebook friends saw the Facebook status update I made last night.
Yeah.
But I'm going to save that for those who are not Facebook friends of mine, those who are going to listen to this on iTunes, those who are watching right now and didn't see that Facebook status update, who are wondering, what did Dre post last night? Yeah. And a lot of people saw it. There was a lot of reaction to it. So fire up the app. First thing, I pick up this dude at the one of those 99 ranch markets over in Arcadia. Yeah. And he had a shitload of groceries. I'm like, what the fuck? Who goes and Ubers for grocery? I mean, all right. I help him load everything up. He doesn't speak English. Yeah. And I'm all right, load up everything in his trunk. And it was 3 blocks. I'm like, motherfucker, you could have walked. I mean, I appreciate the Uber ride. I appreciate the $2.80 that I earned. But this dude, I'm like, you could have just walked this stuff home. I'm like, yank it out. All right, fine. Weird grocery delivery. That was the first thing that happened. I'm like, oh, God. Whatever. I pick up this other dude. I end up driving from Arcadia to Diamond Bar. Like, oh, geez. All right, cool. Yeah. Made some decent money on that. I'm like, all right, cool. Made some money. I end up in Rolling Heights. This was going to be the status update I was going to make prior to the one I made last night. So I'm in Rolling Heights. I pick up somebody. It says Luis. I'm like, oh, Luis. All right, cool. in the middle of Rolling Heights, another very Asian community. Pick up this guy, Luis. It's kind of dark. I couldn't see his face. Had a hat on. He gets in the back seat of the car, and he goes, Andres, hablas español? He asked me if I speak Spanish. I'm like, oh, sí, señor. Sí, I tell him in Spanish. I don't speak it very well. I'm a really white Mexican, but I can manage. I will get you through this. Mm-hmm. And we're going back and forth in Spanish. And it's pretty great because one of my friends who watches this on Twitch, I don't know if she's still watching right now. She had been making. I talked to her a lot. She keeps making me speak Spanish to her because it makes her laugh how badly. Actually, most of my friends who can speak Spanish, they laugh at my Spanish because I speak Spanish like a white person.
Oh, I'm with you.
You're in the same boat as me. Like we are Mexican, but we're American-born Mexicans. We're ABM. Like they say for the Chinese, ABC, American-born Chinese. We are ABM, American-born Mexicans. I am pale. Like right now, I'm a little darker because of the East LA Comic Con, but normally I'm quite pale. I'm quite a pale Mexican. So I drive this dude from Rolling Heights all the way to downtown LA. So I have a conversation with him in Spanish for half an hour. My friend Chanel, she would have been very proud of me because I was sitting there, I was going through all the stuff, and in 10 minutes into the conversation, he goes, "Oh, I'm Korean," and I'm like, "Hold the phone! Wait, this dude speaks perfect Spanish, and he's Korean." And I find out he's a Korean dude from freaking Paraguay, and he proceeds to explain to me. That there's a shitload of Koreans who live in South America, and I'm sitting there like, holy shit! What? And I get a story. My Korean ex-girlfriend Jenny. I would talk to her parents in Spanish because her parents work in downtown LA, and they understood Spanish better than they did English. So I talked to them, and I'm like, so this is really a thing. And we're going back and forth. I'm telling them how the thimble thing, the thimbleful of knowledge I have of Korean culture, but we're talking it's all in Spanish, and his Spanish is freaking great. I tell them a funny story about my poor knowledge of Spanish, where I was swearing all the time, and I didn't know. My mom would use swear words all the time. I didn't know they were swear words. I'm telling this, and he's laughing his ass off. And so I dropped him off, and he looked younger than me, but he was 39. It's insane. I was just like, wow. And I was about to make a status update. I was going to message my friend Chanel and tell her oh yeah, you won't believe this. I just spoke in Spanish for the last half hour. You would be so proud of me. And I I catch another ride. Oh, hold on. Put the phone away. Put the phone back in its holster. Catch the next ride. Someone in Hollywood. And it's I assume they were Russian. I think they were Russian-ish. They spoke some sort of Slavic language. Oh, we're losing viewers at the worst part of time. Oh, those of you checking out right now, you're missing out on the best part. So I pick up these Eastern European, Russian. I'm not sure. Clearly drunk. At this point, it's about 11-ish at night. I think they had just left the club or something on a Sunday night. They get in the backseat of the car. One of them, his name is Arthur, and the other woman I don't know. Well, on the Uber, I said Arthur. I pick him up. They get in the backseat. And, of course, because I am who I am, I'm running 90s R&B in my car.
Of course.
Sometimes it can vary very wildly. Sometimes you get a lot of Tupac and Ice Cube and Biggie. But fortunately for them, or unfortunately for me, we had, oh, God, who was it? It was this one, I think it was Case and Crazy. You drive me crazy. And they start making out fucking hard in the backseat of the car. I'm like, okay, this is happening. Not the first time this has happened in my Uber car. It's never young people. It's always older people. And then these two are just going at it hard in the back of my car. I'm like, all right, it's a 13-minute ride. I'm like, this is going to be the longest 13 minutes of my life. Oh, we lost freaking Twitch? We lost Twitch! No, at the worst possible time.
Bring it back.
I'm going to bring it back.
Bring it back.
Oh, no Shy came on, unfortunately. Oh, if Shy had come on. So, because of this, I feel awkward. I am feeling awkward. All right, let's say let's get Twitch back because we had one viewer, and I feel bad for the one viewer. It probably was my friend Chanel.
Anyways.
And so, Slow Jam's coming. They're making out really hard, and they start fumbling around the backseat of my car. And I'm like, they're pushing up on my seat. And I'm like, oh, all right. I'm like, I am not one to cock block. I am not a cock blocker. If two people are gonna get their groove on, I'm not gonna be the one to stop them. Mm-hmm. Normally, I am not a person who prevents people who I am not a person who prevents consensual sex.
No, never.
So I move my seat up so they can have a little more space. There's messing around. At some point, I think he's going down on her because she starts moaning loudly, like in Slavic European. I'm like, what the fuck is happening in the backseat of my car? My car is getting more action.
May I just say, you kind of buried the lead on this Uber story, dude.
What did I bury?
The fact that, like, you went through all the other stuff, you went chronologically. This was the big story.
I know, I went chronologically. I'm going chronologically. Oh, no, I didn't just bury the lead. I'm going chronologically through my adventure. This was an adventure last night, my friend. Hold on, there's still more after this. Oh, no. Don't pump the brakes there, my friend. I don't know if it was a couple looking for an Uber hookup. I don't know. And so she's moaning. He must be going down on her. There's all sorts of fumbling going on in the back. I'm like, oh, I hope they don't start fucking. And we're driving, and they're like moving around. They go back to making out, and then I think at some point she's going down on him because all of a sudden he's like laid all the way back. You see him, he's fucking like super relaxed. And I'm like, I don't hear her.
Oh.
I'm like, there must be some. To quote the dog pound, I don't know if it was Daz or Corrupt, gobbling and swallowing the whole 9.5 up in that ass. And I'm like, okay, I think she's going down on him. There might be some exposed dick in the back of my car. Okay. Just as long as they don't start fucking, I think everything will be all right. Because at this point, we're 3 minutes away from dropping them off. And then, of course, slow jams are still popping off. Oh, my God. I think there was a freaking Tony Braxton came on. And there was some, it was freaking great. And so at the very end, at some point, I see her put her hands on the passenger seat, and I see her very clearly, really high up in my rearview mirror. And I'm pretty sure, okay, we're about to get some very awkward reverse cowgirl action happening here.
Okay.
And it is at this point where I decide to intervene because I'm like, okay, you're 2 minutes from your house. Why don't you I am not going to have a dude shoot his fucking baby batter inside of my car. If anyone's going to shoot baby batter in my car, it's going to be me, all right? Man, I've had this car for 5 years. I didn't get any action in that. I've driven Uber 5 months and people have gotten more action in the backseat of my car than I have. You know how frustrating that is? My God, they were about to start fucking reverse cowgirl in my car. And that's where I turned around. I'm like, hey, what the fuck? Are you serious? You're 2 minutes from home. I'm pretty sure you can keep your erection for 2 minutes. I'm not sure if they understand English, but fuck it.
So, is this something where you can actually rate the guy who rode in your car?
I could have rated them. I gave him a 5-star.
Okay. I think she gave him 6.5. Or he gave.
I pulled up to their house. I'm like, "Is this you?" And she's like, "So sorry, whatever European. I can't do the European female." Like,
wow. So they apologize.
They apologize for fucking getting carried away with their freaking horniness, trying to fuck in my car.
I mean, shit. The least they could have said was, "You're welcome." That would have been like the best Kobe moment. You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And then just walk out.
So they get out of the car, and I'm sitting there. I pull over right there. I pull up my phone, and I make the status update. And I'm like, I think I have to retire from Uber because 2 people tried to fuck in my car right now.
But that's not all.
That's not all. So I proceed. Naturally, I only needed 5 or 6 more rides to hit whatever the next the game of Uber. The MMO, which is Uber. I had my Uber bounty for my Destiny friends. I had an Uber bounty I had to complete. So I need 6 more rides. So I'm sitting there like, what? All right, let me just continue. Fuck. I mean, I felt bad. I'm like, these next few people are gonna get in the car. When he was getting out of the car. I forgot my favorite part. When he was getting out of the car, he couldn't find his shoes. This motherfucker took off his shoes to fuck. I mean, naturally. I mean, if you he took off his shoes in the back of my fucking car to plow this woman. I don't think that's the last thing you need to worry about if you're gonna try to fuck a woman in a car. Like I said, Pete, this is either going to be the best episode or the worst episode of the show. Exactly. This is why. The reaction to this story was either going to make the best episode or the worst episode. I was like, he couldn't find his shoe. And me, I was like, did you find all your stuff? I don't want to have to come back here. Because like I'm sure her purse like spilled out while she was trying to fucking mount his fucking cock, trying to crown his dick, reverse crown his dick.
When you clean the car next time, wear rubber gloves. There may be.
I had just taken it to the car wash. I had just done the vacuum, and then what happens? Well, I had just done a cleaning of the car, and then once that happens, people try fucking in my car.
And one hour Martinizing isn't going to clean that shit out either.
Thankfully, I didn't let him finish. Thankfully, I Kanye'd them. I did not let them finish.
So ultimately, you did cock block.
Ultimately, I had to. No,
Yeah.
for the sake of my car and for the sake of DNA, because I bet. I mean, that dude was gonna pop. So after that, I pick up a bunch of kids. And I mean kids as in a bunch of college kids.
Oh my god, I thought you were talking about like just random like children just showed up.
What, at 11:30 at night? No. That would have been hilarious. And like, these college kids, I picked them up and I'm sitting there. Mike on Facebook put a no fucking sign on the back seat. No, we're going to go over today.
No, that's fine.
We're going over for this.
I'm good.
And and they start talking about like the entropy of life and all this shit. Those high fucking like you bunch of fucking college kids. You know what? Life sucks and you're gonna die. Because they're all talking about there's gonna be aliens in the universe. And how long? What if an asteroid hits the Earth and shit like that? I'm like. That was like a million fucking years ago.
Yeah.
Like if you ever hear Neil deGrasse Tyson, we are not even a millisecond. Like if the history of the world was 24 hours, we're not even a millisecond. So you know what? Calm your ass down. If we get hit by a meteor, then you know what? Good for us. And I had to get fucking dark and fucking like, you know what, children, calm down. How about you be happy?
Yeah.
These are not concerns you should be happy in at your 20s. At your 20s, your main concerns should be, what food truck am I going to eat at? This is a concern you should be having, kids. I had to get all old man. Of course, I was still kind of angry at the fact that I had like 2 freaking Europeans fucking in my car. I get rid of them. I pick up these other people. This nice couple, they're perfectly nice. They're sitting in the back talking about work, she was talking about life. She's like, oh, you have to buy property. It was funny. It's like I upgraded the conversation for a bunch of 20-year-olds to like a late 20s. I have to buy property. You have to own property in this world. And I was like, what is happening tonight? What is that? And so I'm still rocking my 90s R&B because that's the only thing that keeps me sane. Like my friend, I was explaining to my friend John, I sell off pieces of my soul, and he didn't understand like what I meant. Like every time I go Uber, I'm selling a piece of my soul. Like I earned about $90. That's how much my soul was worth last night. Every time I do Uber, I feel like I'm just giving away pieces of my soul. Last night I gave a pretty big chunk. And like these people are talking, and so they're listening to the 90s R&B, and of course, 1 out of every 5 rides will compliment me on the music because they're all, oh shit, they'll hear some shit they haven't heard since the mid 90s. And so, oh, you got some badass jams. I'm like, and then I'm like, I go into the DJ voice. In this car, I only run 90s R&B. There is nothing else that runs in here, with the exception of the other day, but that's another story. But 90s R&B. Yeah. This is what keeps me sane. And she's like, oh, man, you got the voice, you got the 90s R&B. Man, how much does your girlfriend love you? I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have a girlfriend. How can you not have a girlfriend? No. Like, how can I not have a girlfriend? I'm like, I cannot get into why I don't have a girlfriend. I got too many problems in my life at the moment to be having a girlfriend and afford that kind of nonsense. Or afford like, oh no, you have to. I'm gonna be your Cupid. No, there's no way a cool guy like you can't have a girlfriend. I'm gonna help you find a girlfriend. I'm like, am I gonna find every crazy person tonight? Clearly.
You should have at that point ended every single ride that you had after that.
You're welcome.
No. 2 people just fucked where you sat.
I should have! Damn it!
See, right there, that would have been the you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Or just extended, like 2 Europeans.
2 Europeans, just one dude almost came on your seat. And so I'm like, no, it's cool. She said, no, you need to go to the park. You need to go to the park and go find a nice girl. Like,
what park?
This is the craziest advice. Oh, no, here's my favorite part. She's like, oh, what's your Facebook? I'm like, you can find me at Dre's Geek Philosophy. You can follow my podcast.
She's tuning in right now.
She might be tuning in. And if she's tuning in, sure, you can go ahead and help me as much as you can, but I got a shitload of mental problems.
But if she is tuning in, you may want to go get that dress dry cleaned. Just in case somebody left a little blood stain.
Because somebody fucked where you sat.
Yeah.
Or tried to fuck where you sat.
Yeah.
Started.
If you're watching, they started. They attempted. Spoiler alert?
Spoiler. That's the worst spoiler ever, man.
So after this, I drop off those nice people. Like she was genuinely nice. She was genuinely concerned. She wanted me to find love. She wanted me to find a woman. And I was like, I got bigger problems right now than trying to find a woman. I'm trying to find a job. I need to earn money first.
Hey, trying to turn off my phone.
So
It was tuned into your podcast.
I go to West Hollywood, and I was in the middle of an Uber pool. Dude, a guy you would have liked. This one dude was full of pot. Like I think his backpack was full of pot.
He was driving?
No, he was walking. He was walking. He had to call for an Uber. He was like 5 blocks from where, like, I show up to the address where I'm supposed to pick him up, and he calls me like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I'm at the address in the phone, such and such Cherokee Avenue," and like in Hollywood. He's like, "Oh shit!" And I'm like, "Yeah, oh shit is right, buddy." I was like,
he just kept walking, and he was like, "Wow." I was like, "I'm just gonna keep."
He gets in the car, and he's just like trying to be all talkative, and so like, and there's another dude in the back. He's just like headphones on, just freaking. He's chilling. I don't know where he was going. He had a whole duffel bag.
Oh,
it was uber cool. I'm like, but then this guy with a backpack, and I just like, you would be good friends with Sam right now.
Yeah.
He had the aroma. He had the aura, and he was high as fuck as well.
Oh.
I get rid of them, and then after I get rid of him, I pick up this woman in West Hollywood.
Every good story begins this way.
This woman.
And at the end, it turns out she wasn't a woman.
Oh no! She was a woman.
Oh, she was.
She was sloppy drunk.
Oh, but the look on your face made it seem like you were unhappy that she actually was a woman.
At least she was awful.
Oh god.
She was incoherent. She was like, oh, my stupid friends, and I just came up here for nothing, and I drove up here, and now I'm drunk, and I can't drive, and I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to drive really far. I'm like, because in Uber pools, sometimes you don't know your destination in an Uber pool. Sometimes it's surprise, you're going to Hermosa Beach or whatever, or Newport, or I was, for fuck's sake, south. Yeah, we drop off the other dude with the headphones. Like, she kept bothering him, and he's like has the headphones on. He's just sitting in the back like, leave me alone, crazy white woman.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
He gets out of the car and she's like, if I pass out, are you gonna get mad at me? I'm like, no, I won't get mad if you pass out. If you throw up, I will be very displeased. Oh, and that. I'm like, okay. She passed out.
This so far sounds like a great ride. She's not messing with you.
No. And then like she kept falling asleep, and then she kept falling to the left, which is intimate. I'm like, no. I kept leaning to the left. I'm like, no, I don't want any contact. No. I'm driving sideways. I'm doing a new yoga pose. It's called the C.
Yeah.
I'm still exhausted as fuck from East LA Comic-Con. So I'm saying, like, what is wrong with me? What have I? This is my life. This is my life. Spanish-speaking Koreans, drunk Russians, fucking college kids, fucking waxing poetically about the existence of life.
You really should have told that lady that somebody almost came in that seat.
I mean, it was
that
just.
That would have been fun because she just would have been like,
and like every time we'd hit a bump, she'd wake up. She's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" I'm like.
Like she thought you were kidnapping her or something?
Yeah, or something. Like, she'd wake up as if she suddenly remembered she was in an Uber. I was like, what the fuck is happening? I drop her. We finally get down to freaking Newport Beach or Hermosa Beach. Fucking something beach.
Yeah.
South of Manhattan. Whatever is south of Manhattan Beach. We were down fucking far as fuck. And I'm like, oh, cool. There's lots of drunk white people here. I'll be able to finish my Ubers over here. And then she's like trying to get out of the car. And then she wants me to give her a hug. I've known this woman for 20 minutes, 10 of which she was asleep. And I was like, no, I don't know you. I don't give strangers hugs. I'm not a stranger hugger. Give me a hug. I'm like, no. This is for Jai. I almost had to Heisman her. See, yeah, you get that. That's the nice sports. I almost had to put the palm of the hand into the forehead. But then again, I'm like, I do not want to make contact with this woman because then like she's gonna be, he's trying to rape me. My Uber driver. Or like, get away. No hugs. And like she almost loses her phone. I'm like, oh, your phone. She grabs her phone and like, oh, okay, good. That would have been bad. I'm like, yeah, make sure you hang on to your phone. Gets out of the car. Thank God. Drive away. Pick up another dude. Normal person. I was so happy. He's like, oh, sorry, man. I only have like a 4-block ride. I'm like, you will be the best ride. Or you will be the second best ride. Because the Korean dude, that was an awesome ride. Yeah. To be honest, that was the ride of the night. Yeah. But I'm like, you will be the second best ride of the night. Because I can tell right away you're not insane. Yeah. I'm like, if you are insane, I can't tell. And if you are, it's only 4 blocks. You're the best ride of the night. And he's like, what's going on? I'm like, people fucking, drunk white women, insanity, groceries. I mean, It's the craziest night of Uber of my life. Drop him off. Okay, one more ride. I only need one ride left to get my crappy $35 bonus. I was killing myself. 12 rides last night to get a $35 bonus. Gah, 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 gah. Final ride. Pick up these 2 drunk white girls over in whatever beach area, Manhattan Beach, whatever beach, something, white person beach.
White person beach.
White person beach. They get in the car. You're welcome, Sam. Like I said, best episode, worst episode. Why? To quote Zoidberg, why not both? These 2 white girls get in the car, and like they're only going like 3-4 blocks. I'm like, perfect. Is this gonna be a fun ride? This has to be a fun ride. Amuse us, Uber driver. I'm like, I am not your monkey. I may be brown, ma'am, but I am not your monkey. And it's like, change the music. I don't want this baby making music. I'm like, no, you do not get to decide the music. Normally, oftentimes, sometimes if I'm feeling nice, I'll allow them to pick their music. But today I'm like, no, you're my last ride. We're going like 5 blocks. No, we're keeping my music. We'll go upbeat. So I skipped because it was like who was it? It was like a slow SWV song, which normally I'm like, oh, yes, SWV, Sisters with Voices. It speaks to my soul. Oh, that's like my, I feel good about myself music. And then click forward, another like 702. I'm like, damn, I haven't heard this song forever. I need to make sure I like that. And then, boop. And then we get Motown Philly, Boyz II Men. Good. Yeah. And it's like, and then the one white girl, like one girl sat in the front, one sat in the back. And it's like, are we really listening to the Boyz II Men? I'm like, yes. And she's trying to reach over to my phone and skip. I'm like, no. You don't touch my phone. Who do you think you are? I almost quoted my friend Jai Polidor. I'm like, are we fucking? Then you can't touch my shit. I did not say that. Jai, that was for you. I almost did it. I was very close to busting out the famous Jai Polidor line of, are we fucking? And I was like, no. And the girl in the back proceeds to tell, the girl in the front goes, so-and-so, I don't even remember the names. Tell them about your piercings. I'm like, oh, you got some piercings. Yeah, she got 4 piercings that day.
Ow.
So she got both her ears.
Okay.
She got her nose.
Okay.
And she got her vajayjay.
Wow. Huh. That's adventurous.
Yes, and I was like, oh wow! And then this is something that'll amuse your lady. I'm like, did you get the labia majora or the labia minora? And they're like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, ladies, you don't know your vagina? How do I know more about your vagina than you do?
Because they're just experimenting, whereas you've gone in depth in the subject.
Or I have studied it. Or I have a minor in vaginology.
Your lab coat and pipe.
They're just experimenting.
And like the girl in the back, do you want to see my piercings? And I was like, all right, it's 1 a.m. This is not going to end well. I don't think this is good. And right as I was debating, because I was about to drop them off, and I was like, I'm like, I could go get myself into a whole heap of trouble right now. my phone goes off. My phone changes from Uber to a random phone call out of the blue at 1:15. Who in the blue blazes?
Who is interrupting your kung fu?
Who is interrupting my kung fu? It's the sloppy white woman.
No.
Oh.
She's calling me because she left her phone in my car.
But she's calling you.
She left her phone in your car, but she's calling you from her phone.
I love you guys. You picked up immediately.
Wait.
Immediately. You caught on immediately to what fucking happened.
I'm sorry, my brain just...
She called me from her phone to ask me if I knew where her phone was.
And you guys might want to get as far away from me as possible. My head is about to become a black hole. It is imploding as we speak. I will miss you all. Tell my son I love him.
You didn't understand, Sam. This is why I told the tale in the chronological order. See, because you guys didn't know the surprise ending.
Yeah.
I sent you when I sent you guys the show notes. I said surprise ending. This is the surprise. Yeah, sloppy white woman called me on her phone to ask me to find her phone. Do you see my phone? I'm like, no, your phone is not here. How about you check next to your head? And she didn't understand. And then the two white girls like, oh, is that your booty call? I'm like, no, it definitely is not. I'm like, y'all can go. Like, we're going to go. Yeah, you should probably go. I'm going to go home. And I'm yelling at this woman like, you're talking to me on your phone. I can't find it. Look to your right. Don't move your hand. Maybe it's on your left. You know what? I hope you find it. Hang up the phone.
It's in your hand.
I turn off the Uber app. And from White Person Beach, I start driving home at 1:15, 1:30 in the morning.
Oh,
I have completed my quote unquote my Uber bounty. I got my shitty extra $35 on top of the 90 I'd earned that night, and I drove home.
I am now going to need another 10 minutes to uncross my eyes.
Wow.
At any point during this story, I did not exaggerate anything. This all happened. And as everyone goes, why don't you buy a dash cam? You need a dash cam for this kind of stuff.
Yes.
I'm like, you have to put up. It's California. I have to put up signs all over my car saying you're being recorded. Which I think most people are not going to get in an Uber like that. All of a sudden they say, "Oh, I'm going to be recorded. Fuck you, voyeur." Because I know I wouldn't get in an Uber. I said, "Oh, you're being recorded." Oh, fuck you, bro. Cancel. Oh, see, I always say that like because I wouldn't get into an Uber where I'm being recorded. So I think most people will not. Yeah, that was my night. 4 hours. I made like $20 an hour, but like I paid for it with my brain. As much of a positive experience I had on Saturday at the East LA Comic Con, last night was, well, the only positive of this was that I was able to come onto the show here and tell you guys, like, this was much more than a This Week in Uber. This is like, what the fuck, Uber? So if anyone has any part-time job openings or full-time job openings, please contact dre32@hotmail.com.
Every part of me is aching right now.
Where is my phone? You're calling me on it. You're using the Uber app to find me. Okay, thankfully, she's not actually. Thankfully, thanks to the Uber app, they don't actually. She doesn't have my actual number. They use an intermediary. But like, oh, that was my night. That all happened over the course of 4 hours.
Wow.
From 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. ish, or 4.5 hours.
Wow.
That was my night.
I have the look of Don Flamenco after he gets punched in the face by Little Man.
Well, we have gone over by 20 minutes. This is going to be the longest episode of the show of all time. That is what happened to me last night.
That's insane, man.
So
normally I only have
Pete Mullaney and excessively long producer Sam Zia.
I mean, where can I go from here? Yeah, where can I go from? Look, do you want to see my piercings? Bring. Where's my phone?
God damn it!
So yeah, Sam already said it, but for the staff here at Dre's Geek Philosophy, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Because I know we did. I know they did.
I'm hurting.
I enjoyed telling those stories. Thank you so much. We cannot top this next week. Have yourselves a good night. Peace.